Just take a breath and taste yourself.
Okay, everybody, quiet on set. Are you laughing?
No, I'm listening.
You're getting tired?
I'm listening.
Okay, I'm ready.
Listening for that pace, that nice cadence.
Back to me. Hey everyone, welcome back to Open Kitchen with Andrew. Today, I am really excited to share a recipe with you. It is our traditional family gravy. Every Sunday, we would gather around the table and we would eat a delicious meal together as a family. And today, I'm going to welcome my dad to the show to take us through his gravy, as well as we're gonna be making meatballs. We're gonna try and make some braciole together. Usually we buy it. Today, we're making it for you, and we're definitely frying up some sausage. So I'm so excited to welcome him to the show to take us through his recipe and to share it with all of you. So let's go. All right, so we have my dad here who's going to be taking us through our traditional Sunday gravy. Dad, thank you so much for joining me today.
I gotta tell you, I'm so thrilled to be here with you. It's just great to cook with you. It reminds me of home. And to do it in
What?
And to do it in your home makes it even more special.
Thank you for joining me, Dad. Are you crying?
Yes.
Are you ready?
It's emotional.
We're going to be making our meatballs, our braciole, and frying up some sausage. But before we get into that, let's take them through all of the ingredients.
All yours.
Okay, so we have pre-chopped some basil. We've got garlic, parsley, and onions.
When we chop, because both ingredients are used for gravy and for meatballs, we chop once.
So my dad's tip of the day is chopping once, because all of these aromatics, all of these herbs are going to be used in the meatballs, the gravy, and the braciole. We also have some eggs here, which have come to room temperature. We've got our chopped meat. We've got our flank steak for our braciole.
That is not as lean as we usually use, but that's all they had when we bought it. So
We are working with what we've got.
just for the record.
Yes. For the braciole, don't forget your twine to roll it up and tie it up. And we've got a few different kinds of sausage here. Spicy Italian sausage, and then we also have some turkey sausage. We're gonna need a lot of olive oil, more onions, grated Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, pine nuts, which we're gonna put in our braciole. We've got bay leaves, which are gonna go in
The gravy.
gravy.
Finish it off.
Okay. We've got oregano, hot tip. We went back and forth. We will be adding oregano just to the braciole. Nutmeg, which we'll be adding to the braciole as well. Breadcrumbs, 6 cans of crushed tomatoes. Now you wanted to use
2 puree and 4 crushed, but they didn't have it. So, but we're good with the crushed.
those are ingredients for our gravy, for our meatballs, our braciole, and can't forget, we're gonna be cooking up some bucatini with everything today. You are not able to do anything. You're just directing now, okay?
Okay.
You're
saying
gonna-
I like to control?
That is exactly what I'm saying. That is 100% what I'm saying. Off camera, my father said he doesn't need the recipe. He does it every single Sunday. So let's see how this goes.
Let's get that garlic chopped.
Okay. How many cloves of garlic are we chopping here?
Let's go 4.
And now, is this part of the recipe or is that what you're feeling?
Part of the recipe.
Okay, I'm gonna do 5.
Speaking about control,
How would you like them chopped?
not real fine, because you know what? We want them to cook in the gravy. So if I was doing the meatballs, I would chop it really fine so that, there's just little bits in the meatballs.
Now, do you want me to chop the meatball ones based
No, we'll
on
do
your
that
tip?
after. Let's get the gravy
sure?
going. Yeah,
Okay.
get the gravy cooking. That's what I usually do. I get the gravy cooking, all the flavors to come together.
We had this for basically my entire life. Where did you learn this recipe from?
Well, if I must be honest, take a little bit from this person, a little bit from that person, and kind of put it together. But believe it or not, when I was the mailman, one of my first stops was a pizzeria. These guys would be making the gravy. You go in and say, "Oh, you're making sauce?" I said, "No, it's gravy. Oh, Joanne." They say something to me. I watched them make it, and they wouldn't give me the whole recipe, but I got little bits of it. And then I started experimenting. And my mother-in-law lived with us at the time. I really think she set me up because I started making it really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I owned it. So I started making it all the time. Company would come over and they'd bust my balls, because I was.
You can say balls. This is a family show.
Bust my balls.
But every time on YouTube, I click the not appropriate for children just in case.
I was the Medagon because I was the non-Italian. They always wanted to taste the Medagon's gravy. They loved it. Like I said, I think they set me up so that I did it all the time.
Okay. So
and I didn't mind it all. It's the base for everything. I mean, it's the base for your lasagna, your stuffed shells, and all your pasta you can add to it.
What makes it gravy? Because there's a lot of people on the other side of the camera who are gonna say sauce, tomato sauce.
I think gravy is something that's thicker and that you add things to. And it also has a more pungent flavor. Since I was indoctrinated into this Italian family, it's gravy.
So we've got our garlic chopped.
And that's a good size, it's perfect.
We are making our meatballs.
85% chopped meat. I don't mix veal or pork, but I like to go straight because there's not a lot of fat. It's lean enough, but we're gonna enhance that with our seasonings.
How much of this is going in?
2 pounds.
2 pounds, lean. I think I have seen you add veal.
I have.
Yeah, okay.
I have.
So why aren't you adding it here?
Because this is the way I make it traditionally on Sundays.
My new knives, Hadley and Bennett, thank you. But you're also very sharp. So I've cut myself 3 times in the last 24 hours. So we will be putting on a glove to mix this up. And we are adding our garlic.
But add the garlic.
Okay.
I would probably go like maybe half of that.
How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice.
Great.
Now we're gonna throw in more basil than parsley. So
More
if you're gonna
basil.
put 2 tablespoons of basil, 1 tablespoon of parsley. Okay, drop it in there.
1.
A little bit more, that's good.
Okay.
That's good, good.
We're measuring
One
with
shot
our
of that.
hearts here. 1 little handful, right?
Yep.
More basil, okay?
Now, this I would like to chop a little smaller.
As much as you want me to have, and I'll
Get
chop
this
her up.
piece out of here.
So now it says 1 medium onion, but I think we're doing like a small onion, really, right?
Yeah, that's safe. Small
Okay.
onion.
And you said yellow onion, yeah,
Yes,
for this?
sweet Spanish or a Vidalia. But the reason why you want that finer is because you don't want to bite into the meatball and get a giant chunk of onion.
So
I gotta tell you something, man, there's some good knives.
They are really good. But I'm not kidding, they're sharp. I went like this,
Yeah,
and I cut my entire finger
as you
basically off.
continue to go like this.
Yeah, well, I have the glove on now, so.
The glove is not metal.
Yeah, but it will just cut through the glove. It won't cut my skin. You don't think so?
I think so.
Okay. You know, you've made it so often, but what's one of them that really sticks out for you?
Now we got the grandkids and they really enjoy it. They call me Peepaw. They want Peepaw's meatballs. So now you got a couple of generations enjoying what you used to enjoy. But you still enjoy it.
So my mom looked it up on the side. It's 1,961 Sundays that my dad has been making this.
All right, now we have to add the eggs.
How many eggs are we doing?
I would start off with 6. Get right into the clear thing so we get no shells.
No.
Wow, is that why you're cracking in there?
That's where I'm throwing my eggs. I don't need.
Oh,
I don't need to worry about a shell
You
going
don't have
in.
to worry about a shell?
I'm not making a mistake here. I did let the eggs come to room temperature, Dad.
Doesn't seem important to me.
Oh, snap.
Okay. I took everything out of the fridge today and let all of it come to room temperature. All right, do you want to get the salt and pepper?
I can put that in there anytime. Start mixing that up. I get some consistency right now and make sure everything's mixed. Then I put the breadcrumbs in and get even more consistency. A little bit more than a pinch.
Great.
There we go. Shall I?
You shall.
Okay.
How much breadcrumbs is going
I
in?
usually put 2 cups, but we're gonna measure,
With our hearts?
Yeah. And we're really looking for a consistency so that they hold their shape. I've made it, shaped them, and get them in the oven or fried them. But today we're gonna bake them. Put them in the oven for 15 minutes, 400. I use a meat thermometer, I check it out. 145 is done. But I think the key is to turn them halfway through because you want some color on the meatball. You don't want to eat this thing of gray matter out of a red sauce.
Go ahead. Feel it.
No, I can tell right now. See, if I roll that, I can see that'll go flat. You see, it's not really that consistent.
Yes.
Got to go a little bit more. You want a little more breadcrumb in there.
Let's say we went too heavy on the breadcrumb. Throw an egg in? What would you
can
say?
throw an egg.
Okay.
Throw an egg and moisten it. But
So
I don't
there's-
think you did. I think you got it.
For everyone at home, I think there's no really messing this up. We have some directions, which we'll put in the description below, all about how you want them, right?
Like most recipes, you tailor it to how
Yeah.
you like it. I mean, I don't know how many recipes I've done and played with. I mean, I'm from the East Coast. We're in soup season now, so I'm making them all. I'm making escargot and beans, minestrone, chicken, black bean soup, mushroom soup. I mean, I go through the whole repertoire, so to speak.
I mean, you're making everyone hungry. I think we might have to make a soup on the next episode.
I think we got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll these up.
Yeah, what's the pan?
We're both rolling.
Please, it's not a contest. You know who rolls faster.
He did say his rolls would be better and he could do it faster, so let's see.
Well, let's go about size.
Okay.
They got to be the same size because we want them all to cook at the same time. Back and forth. What is that?
It's to get it round. Listen, this is a competition. You don't do a little toss back and forth?
Wasted motion.
Wasted motion? I don't think that's true.
What did that accomplish, that little toss?
Look at mine and look at yours.
I don't see much of a difference. Mine are a little smaller, yours are a little bigger.
You said it's all about size.
Well,
you have fried them before. Do you feel like the flavor or the taste is better being fried, being baked?
If you use the right seasonings, fresh ingredients, it doesn't matter whether you fry them or bake them.
Yeah.
Because the flavor is in the meat and the seasonings, so.
Every time that my dad makes meatballs, he pulls one before it goes into the gravy, puts a little bit of salt on it, probably a lot of salt on it, and gives it to my mom to test the flavor. We will have to stick with that tradition.
I like that you remembered that. And we still do it to this day.
We're putting these into the oven at 400 for 7 minutes. We'll flip them, which is the key to making sure they're evenly cooked when baked.
And appealing to the eye.
So 14 minutes total, but make sure you flip them. We've made the meatballs, and now we're making the braciole. We typically buy the braciole already rolled.
Go to a nice Italian store and buy it already done.
But today we are making it for you.
One thing we have to do though, is we have to make this thinner.
Yes. We don't have a mallet with us, but we are resourceful. I have a rolling pin because I've been baking recently, and we are gonna whack this down until it is flat.
Little thinner would be fine.
Flat.
Oh, that looks good.
What do you think?
I think we can go with it.
Typically, you should get a flank steak. If you go to a butcher, they'll be able to tenderize it for you, flatten it for you, all of that. But today we are doing it live on camera. We bought a skirt steak. Because they were out of flank steak. A lot of marbling, there's a lot of fat in here. That's what we're going for. We're looking to add flavor to our gravy. Salt and pepper.
Salt, you got the pepper? It's right here in my left.
Where's?
Okay. All right, little olive oil.
I thought I was doing this one.
Well, we said it was
collaboration. That is the word you used. Going in with the garlic.
We have breadcrumbs and heavy parsley.
We're also going to add some oregano.
Well, it's your choice, but it's heavy parsley.
It's my oregano. Grew it, dehydrated it, so we're using it. And braciole is just steak rolled with things inside.
Yep.
If you don't want breadcrumbs in it, don't add the breadcrumbs. You're gonna cut those up for me?
I am gonna cut them up.
Okay. A little bit of freshly grated nutmeg on top. Gonna add a little bit of warmth to everything. You're gonna roll this up now.
Forgot something.
What?
Grated cheese.
Oh, saw it before, but she was going like this when you were talking, saying hurry up.
She's telling me to hurry up?
She was.
If I hold her hand, she can't talk.
All right, we're adding the grated cheese to this as well. Not too heavy on this.
Why not?
I don't want.
Is it paid for?
No, what do you mean paid for?
Did you pay for it? Is it bought?
Yeah, everything's bought.
Let's go.
I just don't want it too heavy on the cheese.
It won't be heavy.
I'm gonna roll, you're gonna tie.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Because I have some experience rolling.
I don't have any experience tying.
I am from the 70s.
Oh my God, let's go.
It is Okay Kitchen with Andrew.
It's right behind you. We are going to fry it to brown the sides, and then we are going to place it into our gravy as well. Let me tell you, when this is done, it's like falling apart to pieces. It's so
Delicious.
good.
Wow, nice, Andrew.
Now, I'm of the mindset that the fattier the meat, the better, especially for something like fat equals flavor. Now, if you don't want that, just don't go for meat that is very marbled. You can see this one is like super marbled with fat.
That flavor will also permeate the gravy.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know if I'm gonna do this right, but this is the way I'm going. We got it sealed here.
Weren't you a Boy Scout?
No.
You weren't?
No, they wouldn't have me.
Why?
Not like this. I should have taken a tutorial on Braciole before I got on camera here, but
I'm gonna help you out.
you better help me out. Because I'm gonna have to go around. Cut it big enough. I think I'm gonna make it.
We'll see.
Is this way here?
It's fine. You
No,
did okay.
we gotta get something around here because I don't want this opening up.
Go around and then
And then to the
through,
ends.
and then through this, and then pull this through. You'll be able to tighten that circle.
Listen, I'm not eating the string,
Look,
so.
you see?
Yeah, you got it. That's good.
Thank you. We're in the kitchen. We are about to fry up our braciole, and we are also going to make our gravy and start all of that. I would preheat your braciole pan, which we have done because you want to get that nice sizzle and sear. So Dad, if you can. That does sound good. What you're looking for on the braciole is to brown the meat, and we will finish cooking it in the gravy. While that's going, we are going to start our gravy. Things are happening quite quickly. You want to add your onions. We're gonna add a pinch or two of parsley. And you wanna add more basil than you do parsley. We are sweating our onions and our herbs together. You just wanna start to smell the aroma, and I'm putting in the garlic last so that we don't burn it. Really connect together. You want your onions translucent. You want your herbs really just fragrant. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. The salt will help to sweat the onions, so it will release a lot of their liquid. And we're gonna add a bay leaf at this point.
I'm gonna drop these in there because I don't want to fry them anymore.
Go ahead, drop them in. I am going to put our 6 cans of crushed tomatoes in. There we go.
And we're smelling good.
I would say we put the lid on and we call it.
I don't usually cook with the lid because.
Why not?
I mean, you know how often I stir this?
How often are you stirring
A
it?
lot.
How often?
Because I probably like every 10, 15 minutes, so I'm sure it's not gonna burn.
Ooh, wow.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
I like them.
What are we going for? Internal temp?
Yeah, internal 145.
171.
Yeah, we're done.
We're cooked. Woo! One of the things that I do want to mention, the longer you wait on the gravy, the better it will taste. You can cook this for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but if we're going for 4, 5, 6, the flavors will just come together and really meld together in a great way to create more flavor in here.
Andrew, I would start stirring, and that will do it with the pork. We added the pork.
All right, watch out. All right, they're done. All right, Dad, Mommy needs a meatball.
Gotta have a little salt.
It all is about Marge, though. Do we get the okay?
What do you think?
Got the okay.
They're approved by me.
They're good.
Good, I'll go.
We're plating up our pasta. This is our bucatini. Hold on, that actually looks really good. Now we're gonna let our gravy go a little bit longer, yeah, Dad? We're gonna taste it.
Little pork.
Make sure it's all good.
Wow.
Bring it on over. And while we're gonna add our meatball to it, we're gonna add our braciole to it. We're gonna add a little sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Oh, the braciole is just falling apart. I'm actually gonna try that. Why don't you dive in? Oh my God. What do you think? Do you have the braciole?
Yeah,
It's good.
getting good. I don't think I'm gonna be that adventurous, Andrew, but
It's great.
it's delicious.
All right, one more bite. That's good. And the pasta is perfectly al dente. Thank you, Dad, for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It was great to have you today.
Oh, wait a minute. This is only the beginning. This is
What?
the first one.
This is the first one.
There's got to be a sequel. There's always a sequel.
There's always a
To
sequel.
a good show, there is always a sequel.
Thank you again for joining us. This was my family Sunday gravy, meatballs, our homemade braciole, and we've got some sausages in there that we didn't try, but we will try later. So thank you everyone for joining us. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more episodes, which are coming out every single month. See you soon.
Love you all. Thank you.
Want to say anything else?
Love you all. Is there
Love
anything
you all.
beyond, is there anything beyond love?
There's nothing beyond that.
That's what it's all about.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Oh.
If we need to do it again, we can cut and do it again.
I'm not talking to you.
Good. You promise?